welcome to another sessions of questions and answers. And somebody asked me the question, which I share with you. They asked me the question, what makes the clouds in the sky move? Anybody would like to, anybody scientifically capable to tell me what is it that makes the clouds in the sky move? Anybody knows? Anybody would like to try?
Good evening.
Yes, Bridget.
Shubham.
What makes the clouds move?
Yes, it's supreme, immortal power to make cloud move in the sky.
How do you know? How do you know it is that immortal power? How do you know?
But it's because.
Suppose it is.
You take a minute, same time of me.
Huh?
You talk same time of me.
Okay, you talk. You talk.
It's probably because it's you and me. It's a power. How can I explain another function of the wind? And the wind make the cloud move. And what make the wind move? It's sip. This cannot be authorized.
It's a power, right? It's some power. You say SIP now because you believe in SIP, but it's a power, some power. Okay, anybody else? Thank you, Bridget. Anybody else wants to say what makes the clouds move? Bridget already gave 1 point. What makes the clouds move? The wind. And she said, what makes the wind move? She said, some supreme power. Am I right, Bridget? That's what you said. You already covered a point, because before somebody says wind. No, wind. What makes the wind move?
Shivam Sirji.
Shivoham.
I want to answer for this.
Yes, please answer.
I just came now. What makes the clouds move? It's the divine energy.
How do you know?
Everything happens with the divine energy only. Nothing can happen without the divine's energy.
Okay, is there any reasoning, any logic, any reasoning? Why? Are you just saying it, or there's some you have some scientific knowledge?
No, there's a saying that even a leaf of the tree cannot move without the power of the divine.
No, there are so many sayings. So let me ask you one thing. What makes your car move? What makes the train move? What
energy.
Makes the ship?
All energy, diesel, battery, all that is energy.
So where does all this energy come from? Where is this electricity coming from?
Everything comes from the divine.
Anybody knows about Sudeep Bhargava?
So there has to be some sort of energy which is going to move all the things which are moving, whether it's a car, train, or even the clouds. But I have a different perspective that why should I even worry about what makes a cloud move, as long as it's just a leela. So I'm just as an observer, I will just see the things happening. I don't have to question each and everything and get an answer for that, because that doesn't really, I don't need an answer.
What makes the leela move? What? One second, English. Come in. Just what? I put a contra question to Sudeep. What makes you say it's just a leela? What makes the leela move?
That's God's will, sir.
Who's this
Whatever.
God? Who's this God?
God is the power. God is I mean, he's definitely not in a human form. So he's the power.
When you say God, somebody says Krishna. So don't say God, because God is already misunderstood.
Okay. I mean, my definition of God is not in the human form, but definitely as a power. It's less like, I mean, let me put it another analogy, that if there's a movie going on and the director wants a particular kind of story, so we don't have to question on why is that story in that particular way. It's a movie, so let the director decide who's the actor and what will be their dialogues, what's the story. So let me just watch it.
It's sip, Sirji, sip.
Yes.
Guruji, Guruji, pranam.
1 minute. Kiran, wait. Kiran, please wait. Sudeep, what makes the projector move? What makes the wheel move? What makes the actor move?
Everything is power, sir, and all these powers are finally being, I mean, they are being drawn from that supreme power. Scientifically, I can say that, scientifically, I can say it is the sun. Because
I don't mean to corner you. I don't mean to corner you.
No. I know, sir. I just want to learn something from you. There's no cornering me or something.
We are all learning. Every day when we get a question, we are all learning. Girish, now your turn.
Right.
Girish, after Girish, Kiran Katuria. First Girish, then Kiran. Yes, Girish.
It is Sit plus Maya. That is the laws of physical nature makes everything move, appear to move, because SIP is always stationary. It is all pervading, where to move. But movement is only an appearance. That is possible only by Maya, the laws of physical nature. That's what makes the clouds move, appear to move.
What makes everything move, you're saying? Maya.
Sit plus Maya, the Prakriti.
But Maya itself is illusion, no, Girish?
Yes,
How can,
yes.
how
The
can Maya
movement is
move?
also an appearance of movement. In that sit.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Kiran, yes, Kiran Katuria.
प्रणाम हम
Pranam, Shivam.
गुरु जी वही फेवरेट भजन पहाड़ भी सुंदर फूल भी सुंदर आकाश भी सुंदर हवा भी सुंदर all is due to the presence of सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम वो है तो सब कुछ है वो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है
ठीक है, but we are trying to get to what you're saying is very nice to hear, Kiran, and I am happy to hear what you say. But I want some more perspectives as to what makes everything move.
Yes.
Atmatrai.
Yes, the supreme power as a nature is doing such things. But the benefit of all the creature, all the peoples, animals, and that's why it is interacting and moving, and in all things are going in action. That's why the nature is doing such things.
Okay, so good. So I don't know whether anybody wants to continue giving anybody else wants to share before we move on. Life makes everything move, but life in the clouds, life in the wind. So there's no life. There is no life there, but there is something that is making things move. My dear friends, let us move on with the question answers, right? Let me quickly put this thing down. What makes the clouds move? What makes our mind move? What gives consciousness to the mind to think? Even the mind is moving, right? The mind is thinking. And for the mind to think, you have to breathe. Just now, I got the news, just 5 minutes before, a dear friend of mine around 60 years of age, 60, she passed away. Just 5 minutes back, I got the news. She's just 60 years of age. And suddenly, I didn't know. I just heard, I knew WhatsApp is like that. I opened the WhatsApp, she's gone. Yesterday, I didn't know. What makes a person move? The last thing I said life. Okay, but life is a power. What makes, if you really see, it's a very deep subject, you know. I was trying to, we will take this up as a separate subject, and I'm just giving you all the tip of the clue. What makes cars move, scooters move? It is gasoline, right? What is gasoline? Where does it come from? What makes trains move? Steam engines. What makes wind power? What creates solar power? Have we stopped to understand? You know, scientists just talk about energy, but scientists don't talk about that power. Scientists have already agreed that there is energy. The only difference is that they are not able to define what is this energy. And we have already given it a name. We have said SIP, Supreme Immortal Power. Energy is just energy is just an effect. The power is the cause. What we see, energy, is just like smoke coming from a fire. If there is no fire, there is no smoke. If there's no power, there is no energy. So my point today with you is, if you just look, everything is energy. Even your look is energy. If you have no energy, you can't look, you can't see. What happens sometimes when you say, hey, I feel so drained here, I feel so drained out, I have no energy. What happened to that energy? Where did your energy go? Sometimes we just get knocked out. We get knocked out. I don't know some of you understand the meaning or not. Knocked out is you're completely, boop, you're gone. There is no dream. There is no subconscious. You're poop, you're gone. And I'm just leaving you with this thought today on this energy, this power that makes everything move, that makes you walk, that makes you talk, that makes you sing, that makes you do anything, that makes an ant crawl, a butterfly fly, a bird go up in the sky. Everything is some power. It makes the car move, it makes the plane move, it makes the train move, it makes the ship move. What is making it move, my friends? It's a very ordinary question. One day you will stop moving. One day you will stop moving. And that day that power will leave. And that is what we must understand is the power we are talking about, the supreme immortal power. Question and answers, please. Let's start. Live questions first. Who would like to go with a live question?
Sure.
Yes, yes, sure. Hold on.
I want to share something.
Yes.
Day before yesterday, my mother-in-law has expired.
Oh.
And I was
Day before
gone,
yesterday.
Day before. Yes. And I has gone to the station at the all people are crying and in the sad condition. But the guidance from you from here, I was stable with me in a conscious state, and any comment quite, not the sorrow. Yes, it's the greatest of your knowledge that we are getting such confidence.
No, it is you are blessed. You are blessed to be in that state, Atmatra. You should thank God or thank SIP for blessing you. Even now, I'm so used to saying God. I have to change my habit of saying God.
Yes.
So you are so blessed. You are so blessed that you have been able to put your realization into action.
Yeah.
Because you realize that death is certain. Everybody has to die. Today, my mother-in-law. Tomorrow, it will be me. Today, that lady who died is a very dear friend of mine.
Yes.
But what happens is she's 60 years old. So life expectancy, your mother-in-law must have been probably over 75 years old. If I'm not mistaken.
75 years.
Yeah. So 75 is a normal time to go.
Yeah.
But the point is, if you go for a movie and the movie doesn't get over in 3 hours, you know it's a Hindi movie.
Yeah.
But if you go for an English movie, in 2 hours, English movie will throw you out of the theater. English movies will not be mostly more than 2 hours. But imagine you go for a movie in 10 minutes, they say the end. 10 minutes. What happened? How can movie be over in 10 minutes? I don't know how movies over in. So your mother-in-law passed away. But for you, what about your, if you don't mind me asking the question, what about your missus?
Hi, my missus is very crying and in the sorrow, deep sorrow.
So you are able to make her understand a little bit on death is certain,
Yes,
or she's not really, she's willing to listen to you?
Yes, yes. I have tell my missus and brother-in-law about the situation, and life comes and goes. And we are not the body, we are not the mind, we are a divine soul. That's something I have shared, and they also feel something good, better.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Atmatra. It's a good sharing. And this is what everybody in the group must learn. How Atmatra is sharing that after all, death is certain. Today, if everybody's turn has to come one by one, we have to go. But we don't, death is not the end. It is just a bend. And we must transcend. And what we must learn is at death, this is the most important lesson, Atmatra, we must learn. At death, only one of two things happens. One, 99%, we will be reborn.
Okay.
Two, 1%, only less than 1%, we will be liberated. Mukti, moksha, nirvana, and we will become one with the Lord. This is our goal, to realize we are the divine soul. We become one with SIP. That is the tip we must learn. We must learn to become SIP. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Next question, please. Bridget. My dear Bridget.
Dear Herr, I would like just to say you my deepest condolation, my sympathy for your loss, and Shanti is what you have, what you see in your lung. It's that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to know a memory with your friend, a good memory, a nice memory you can talk with us, share with us.
Okay, so all I can say is, first of all, normally I don't go back to the past, but since you're asking me the question, this lady who passed away, she was always smiling. She was always laughing and smiling, and very humble. She's a very rich lady, but very humble lady, and down to earth, very caring. So I think, if nothing else, what we learn from my friend's life is that we should be kind and caring and humble. So that is the sharing, Bridget. So, but of course, that's over now. That part of the journey is over. Thank you for your concern. Thank you, Karan Singh. Next question, please.
Hello, sir. Actually, my question is, if intellect is more powerful than mind, and intellect is can make us able to see the truth, how could it take over control over our mind?
So first of all, you have made a mistake. You said if intellect is more powerful than mind. It is wrong. The mind is more powerful than intellect.
But the intellect makes us see the truth, what is real, and
intellect is more sharper than the mind. Intellect is more intelligent than the mind. Intellect is more valuable than the mind. Intellect is more conscious than the mind. But the mind is more powerful than the intellect. If the intellect was more powerful, my dear Karan, if the intellect was more powerful than the mind, then there's no problem. Then what is the problem? Then the intellect will tell the mind, punch, shut, thappad, that one slap, you shut up, your mind. Right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether people in the group understand this or not. The mind is very powerful. The mind, Karan, you remember what I have called the mind? You remember? You know what I call the mind?
Rascal.
No. I compare it to AK-47.
Monkey.
Who remembers? I call it, AK-47? You heard of AK-47? What is AK-47? What is AK-47?
It's a gun in military army, used by army personnel.
50 shots.
I presume it's an automatic machine gun, right? And AK-47 is an automatic machine gun, right? I don't know. Anybody knows? But the mind is, I call it AK-50. I call it AK-50 because it bombards you with 50 thoughts a minute. Today, Dasi was asking me the question, how can I make the mind calm? And I was telling Dasi that every time we are able to be in consciousness, the mind is calm. That AK-50, the weapon, a machine gun, it goes. You've seen how at least in the movies you see, right? In these video games, you see. You see, it keeps on shooting. And the mind keeps on shooting thoughts. So you don't have to wait for morning and night to silence the mind. Suppose you are having a meeting. Normally what my problem is when I'm in Bangalore, when I'm having one meeting, before the one meeting is over, next meeting is waiting. Before second meeting is over, third call is waiting. Before third call is over, fourth call. So in a matter of 3 hours, I don't even breathe. I don't even breathe. But if I'm in Kashmir, for example, no. Shh. I'm still. I'm calm. So each of you must, sometimes we think, so I've completed Karan Singh's question, that mind is more powerful than intellect, but intellect is more intelligent than the mind. So, but how, I'm taking you to the next question, which is very important. How do we tame this monkey mind? A lot of people are asking me this question. How do we meditate? How do we actually get to meditate? So it's not about some fancy chair and some fancy music and some fancy light and some fancy statue of Buddha. No, it is just making the mind still. Contemplate on just one thought. Keep the mind still. If you can keep the mind still, it's a big achievement. You achieved. You're a champion. But the problem is we're not able to keep the mind still because the mind is jumping. The mind is just jumping from thought to thought, thought to thought, thought to thought. So my Guruji used to give a good example. My Guruji used to say, every hour, stop, spend 1 minute in silence, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. If you spend 5 minutes in silence, according to my Guruji, you're a world champion. If you can spend 10 minutes, you are you are an enlightened soul. Can we spend, how many of you can spend 10 minutes every hour, 10 minutes in silence? Is it easy? Without fail. Without fail. The mind does not allow it. The mind, that's why I said the mind is stronger than the intellect. I just told Karan, intellect is more valuable. Intellect is more intelligent. Intellect is more sharp. But the point is that the mind is stronger. There's another question from Ram Kumar Sharma on Facebook. So I'm just taking, because we never answer Facebook questions. This is because we go live on Facebook. Sometime in life, if you are not able to, where is it? Sometime in life, if you are not able to come on Zoom, then we are also live on Facebook every day at 8. So I would like to ask you to throw light on what is transcendental state of mind and body for all human beings. Request you to throw light on my question.
So Ravi, I want to ask you, is it necessary one should be going to on a retreat quite often to be able to acquire the silent mind?
Yes, whenever you can afford to go and whenever you can make time to go. So, let me give you a small example, Dasi.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
If you remember our own Guruji, Dada,
yes,
he would have breakfast with us, correct? He would have breakfast with us.
Correct.
Then he would retreat. Then he would step out. He would not meet anybody for 3 hours.
I see.
Then he would come back and have lunch. Then again he would spend time. So a retreat is not only going to Switzerland or going to the mountains or going to the jungle. A retreat means, the word retreat means to step back.
Step back, yeah.
Right? You retreat. When you say somebody retreated, when you say somebody retreated means somebody did not advance. It's the opposite of advancing.
So did you ask Dada? Did you ask Dada? I was under the impression that Dada, when he's in the room or something, he lies down and takes a rest.
No. He was reading books. He was writing notes. He was writing books. He was constantly doing God's work.
I see. Okay.
But in silence. but in silence, but not, nobody would go, even the people in his in the ashram were not allowed to disturb him.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay. So one more question that has just come up as it on Facebook. What is this word transcendental? It is a very tricky word, right? So it is basically to transcend. To transcendental is, it is going into a state of consciousness. So we have to understand this. The question says the transcendental state of mind and body. What is transcendental? Transcendental is that. Transcendental is the ability to have consciousness. So you understand, you may have complicated words, but the point is that it is not about the complicated words. It's about being able to be conscious of it. So I'm just reading it out from it. The definition says relating to a spiritual realm, right? So what is the spiritual realm that you're talking about? So transcendental is nothing but that state of consciousness. A consciousness is nothing but a state of thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness is nothing but a state of mindfulness. Mindfulness is nothing but a state of awareness. Awareness is nothing but a state of enlightenment. So you may give it different terms, but people use this term very like a little high-tech, transcendental. Let us do transcendental meditation. What is this transcendental meditation? Just keep the mind still. Why don't you make it simple? Why don't you make it simple? Transcendental is not some technique known by the Greek gods 2000 years ago. No. Some people in America will make you look, come on, we will give you a class in transcendental meditation. You have to pay $2,000 per session. In America, it's very common to get this transcendental. It's a big business term. You can just Google and see how many people are offering transcendental courses. And you ask how much money they're taking, how much money they're charging. So, okay. So to throw light on this, my dear friend, our friend's name on Facebook is Ram Kumar Sharma. Throw light on transcendental state of mind. My dear Ram Kumar Sharma, very simple. The transcendental state of mind is a state of Chaturya, a state of Satchidanand, a state of consciousness, a state of the witness, the observer, right? And this happens when you are able to make the monkey mind into a monk. Thank you. Dazi, did you finish your question, Dazi?
I understood what you said just now. Yes, thank you.
So basically, even if we can spend 1 or 2 minutes in silence, 1 or 2 minutes is a lot of time. You just, if you're free today after this call, just look at the clock and wait for 2 minutes. 120 seconds is a lot of time. And just look at the clock ticking, 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 ticking. Do nothing. Don't answer your phone. Don't look left, right. Close your eyes. Or just look at the clock. You can't close your eyes because you're looking at the clock. So look at the clock for 120 seconds and realize how much time it is.
Correct. You're right.
Okay. Next question, please.
Shivoham here.
Shivoham.
I have a question.
Yes, Rekha.
How do we get the grace of God? Because you said we need the grace of God, no?
For getting the grace of God, you must take a jet plane and you have to go into outer space. Then you must do darshan around the earth 4th time around. Then you have to come back.
No.
You understand?
My question is actually, like you said, when you had to meet your guru, when you met your guru, you actually didn't want to go there, but your friend took you, right?
Yeah. No, so I'm just, first of all, your first question, I'm just joking. That's not the right way. No?
I know.
How you get the grace of God.
I know.
So Rekha, there was a man who was living in a cave. You know cave, Gufa?
Yes.
And somebody went inside and he asked that person, for last 25 years, I want to see sunlight, but I am not able to see sunlight. So what that man told him, if you're not able to see sunlight, he's living in the cave from 25 years and he has not seen sunlight. So he asked this man, when man went in the cave, he told him, I want to see sunlight. So what do you think that man told him?
You have to come out, no?
That's all right, come out of the cave.
Yeah.
So the grace of God is upon all of us.
Hmm.
The grace of God is upon each one of us. You don't have to take a jet plane and go out of space. All that is nonsense. I was just talking some nonsense to tease you.
I know.
So if you want the grace of God, grace of God is already upon you. Just don't hide in ignorance. Don't hide in this world of illusions. Just come out and you will have the grace of God. So you were talking about me meeting my guru. So what was you didn't complete that. So what are you saying about me? Guru?
I wanted to ask you, is it karma because you didn't want to go there and your friend took you there, right?
Absolutely karma. Absolutely karma. Because I was not wanting to go to that satsang. It was called satsang.
Yeah.
And you know, she was not my friend. She was my actually second cousin. She was a follower of Dada. And she had even built a Sadhu Baswani Bal Center in Bangalore.
Okay.
And so she told me, please come, please come and meet this Swamiji and this Guruji of mine. I said, I'm not interested. I said, no, I'm not interested. I'm a businessman. I have no time to waste on all these Swamis and Gurus. Come on, leave me out of it. She said, please come one time. Please come one time. And when the one time I went to him and he saw me eye to eye, he held my hand for 45 minutes. And there were 1,000 people waiting for him, but he didn't bother about anybody. But he held my hand for 45 minutes and he was talking to me for nearly 45 minutes and everybody was waiting, but he didn't bother. And this happened 30 years ago. So there's a magic. So there is a magic. It is not that the Guru doesn't know. The real true Guru, the enlightened Guru knows who is the sincere seeker, who wants liberation, who wants to attain God realization or sit. So the sincere Guru knows, because the sincere Guru has a state of consciousness. He is able to be conscious. He is able to visualize that. And that is karma. Your answer, that is karma.
Yes.
So I hope you got both your answers.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We have a question from, thank you. Sunny Singh, after a long time, is he on the call? Sunny Singh says, according to Ken Sir, can we achieve our life enlightenment without married life in you alone? What's you alone?
गुड इवनिंग सर,
Hello.
मैं एक्सप्लेन कर देता
Please
हूँ.
explain, Sunny Singh, बोलो.
गुड इवनिंग सर. एक्चुअली
evening.
मैं थोड़ा सा हॉस्पिटैलिटी में थोड़ा सा बिजी था, इस चक्कर में बीमार था, तो मैं इस चक्कर में आ जा पाया हूँ. क्वेश्चन
Very
मेरा
good.
बहुत सिंपल है सर, कि अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, जैसे हर कोई पर्सन को फोर्सअप किया जाता है कि आप रिलेशनशिप में आके देन मैरिड लाइफ को शुरू करके देन आप एक जनरेशन को आगे बढ़ाएं. अगर उस सिचुएशन में हम संसारी मुबारक में आ जाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से हम स्पिरिचुअल पार्ट से बिल्कुल ही डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से हमारे ऊपर ऑब्जेक्शन बहुत ज्यादा आ जाता है सोसाइटीज का, कल्चर का. मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ, क्या हम इस पार्ट को क्या कहते हैं नेगलेक्ट करके, इसको स्विच करके, क्या हम आगे जा सकते हैं विदाउट एनी रिलेशनशिप इंडिविजुअली?
Of course you can go. Of course, if you don't want to get married and you want to go on spiritual path, you can do. If you want to get married and you want to carry the burden of your wife and children, you can do.
Okay.
ये बोलते हैं ना, शादी वो फल है, वो मिठाई है, जो खाए तो भी पचता है, जो ना खाए तो भी पचता है.
बिल्कुल सर.
Correct. Everybody wants to try marriage. Everybody wants to try it out as if it is one mithai. And then after you try it out, suppose you are a girl and बच्चा बच्ची हो गया, then you बोलते ये मेरा बच्चा है, ये मेरी बच्ची है. Then what happens
Yes.
after मेरा बच्चा मेरी बच्ची को क्या होगा?
Yes sir.
So
और एक और
I am not so if you have a choice to get married or not to get married, you have to make an intelligent decision.
Yes,
you
sir.
have to make an intelligent. It is not because I am telling you.
सर आई थिंक आपका नेटवर्क इशू है.
By the grace of the Guru and the grace of God and the guidance of the Guru. Otherwise, if it was not the guidance of my Guru and the grace of God, till today I would have been caught in the pinjara.
बिल्कुल.
Okay, anything else, Sunny Singh?
यस सर, एक और क्वेश्चन था। अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, जैसे मैंने सर बहुत सी स्पिरिचुअल पाथ को फॉलो किया है, मैंने बहुत सी स्टडीज भी करी, लेकिन मैं इस बात पे हमेशा पजल रहता हूँ कि हर एक इंसान ना डिफरेंट तरीके से अपनी बॉडी को हार्म करके, चक्रास पे वर्क करके, मतलब सात्विक आहार को फॉलो करके या स्कंदा योगा को फॉलो करके डिफरेंट डिफरेंट तरीके से क्या कहते हैं अलाइनमेंट तक पहुंचने की कोशिश करता है। लेकिन मैं ये सिंपल थ्रू में जानना चाहता हूँ सर, क्या ये जितने भी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट पर्सन हुए, गौतम बुद्धा हुए या क्या वो जितने भी लोग आए हैं वो गए हैं, उन्होंने हर एक पाथ को फॉलो किया है। अब
Yes.
हम यहाँ पर ना हम स्टक हो चुके हैं कि यार किस चीज को लें जो हमारे लिए सुटेबल हो। तो मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि सर अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, आपके लिए, हम जैसे यंगस्टर्स के लिए कौन सा पाथ बेस्ट रहेगा जिसमें हम ना तो बॉडी को हर्ट कर पाए, ना हम किसी चीज को छोड़ पाए, इस टाइप से?
आपके सामने एक बहुत सिंपल मेथड है, लेकिन आप दूसरा मेथड ढूंढना चाहते तो मैं क्या करूं?
वही मैं जानना चाहता हूँ सर।
नहीं, सिंपल बात है। we are advocating the most simple method where even अनपढ़ गवार can understand. आप तो पढ़े लिखे हैं, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? we are suggesting a method which is very simple, which has got no tapasya, which has got no harming your body, which doesn't have to leave your family, which doesn't stop you from doing whatever you are doing. We have got a simple method of neti. I am not the body, not the mind. Tattvam asi. It is not some fancy term. It is from the Upanishads. It's from the Vedas. It is from the primary 10 Upanishads. Out of 200 Upanishads, they say there are 10 main Upanishads. Out of the 10 Upanishads, 4 Upanishads talk about 4 Mahavakyas. That's all you need. Even the Prime Minister spoke about it when he was in Kedarnath. Neti, neti, shivoham, shivoham. These are the words of the Honorable Prime Minister. Why would he speak about what Adi Shankara spoke? So my dear Sunny, since you have joined back the call, please join us every day. Ask us your questions and let us make it simple. Don't complicate. You know,
Okay, sir.
if you complicate, if you complicate it, then they say, let me give you something you'll remember. Okay, you want to remember something? In America, they say, use the KISS formula. You know KISS formula?
No, sir.
KISS means keep it simple, stupid. KISS means keep it simple, stupid. It's an American, I'm not telling you, there's an American slang. But
Okay,
I like it because let us keep it simple. Let us keep it. My dear friends, as usual, we always get a lot of questions in the last minute and we have always starting trouble. So please be ready with your questions when we start so that we can make best use of this session. For today, all you dearest SIP, all you supreme immortal powers, I bow down to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Shivoham.